Hello, welcome to the vlog. If you're new here, I do time code these things because they get very long. So if you want to jump around to just what you're interested in or jump back and forth, watch it in any order, or it's no skin off my back, or if you're watching it over multiple days, it's an easy way to come back and find your place. So as always, you'll see the gaps in the timeline down there. That's usually indicative of chapter stops, so you can open the description below, see a big list of blue numbers. It'll tell you what everything is. That said, hi, how you doing? I hope we're all doing great. Can't talk, weird words, mouth. Exhausted from the weekend. It's Monday, May 29th, 2023, and it's what, 6:30 p.m. So again, we are gonna cook something here. Actually, we're gonna do something really cool. I just remembered what's in this vlog. Obviously, as I am really cooking up storms, I'm way ahead on my cook stuff, so you're seeing some stuff that I've done weeks ago and probably already redone. But it's gonna be a real fun cook session, and that's right. And then there's a little bit of extra experimentation because we end up having some leftovers of what we did. So we do one of those TikTok food things that seem weird, but might be good. And of course, we're gonna have a cocktail made later. I'll be making that tonight. Thinking about the lime and the coconut maybe. And we're gonna talk about the Little Mermaid live action review with Mary. We got a tiny little bit of a taste test we can do of some new junk foods. I didn't film a lot of our Memorial Day cookout, but I can tell you about that. And I did show at least kind of the toppings bar I set up. And that went over pretty well. And we may give you a little bit of a wrestling update since we had Night of Champions and NXT Battlegrounds. We can talk a little bit about that. And I think that's gonna be pretty much everything in this one. But it should be a good time. So let's get to it. Well, let's vlog. All right, well today, it's a little early, so bear with my energy here. Today, because we got a long process of prep. Today we're gonna do something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and now with my recent inspirations, it's time to get on it. We are going to prepare our own ground beef. I did finally get a grinder. I got my kitchen stand mixer that hopefully works. I've had it for years, never tried it. So we're gonna run that whole process of grinding our own meat, and then we're gonna make a really cool burger. And then we'll get into making our own hot dogs and sausages. That's what we're building too. But I thought first time out, let's do it with, just a simple burger. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm not even through my first cup of coffee yet, but I do need to get started because there's multiple rounds of doing this and freezing things. So, all right. So I'm no expert. I'm just going to share what knowledge I think I've gained, and I figured I'll be doing this a lot. A lot of it won't be on camera, but I thought the first time, let's share it together. So I was fairly limited on meat choices today, and we're gonna do about 3 pounds of ground meat. I only got 2 things to work with, and it was weird buying bacon and looking for the fattiest bacon I could find. And I wanted some double smoked. I want that smoke flavor in here. So we got some thick cut double smoked bacon. This is 1.5 pounds. We're only gonna use about 1 pound of it. We're looking for at least that 80-20 fat thing, but ideally more of a 75-25. But again, that's kind of limited. I'm new at this. I got to figure that kind of thing out over time. So we got really, really fatty bacon. I mean, the back is like just pretty much nothing but fat, so that'll be good. And we got some Angus sirloin going on here. It's already having a little bit of oxidation around the side. I just bought this yesterday, and it was sell by the 17th. And this is like the 15th today, 16th? What is the date? Come on, seriously? Yes, 15th, so I don't know. And there's like 3 pounds of that, but we only need 2 pounds. So let me bring the camera down, because the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of weigh out how much meat. So I do have the scale set up here. And then we're gonna cut this down into smaller cubes and let it refreeze before we get to the actual grinding. So that's why I wanted to get an early start on this. So first things first, let's get the scale on, excuse me. All right, I'll put our thing down. Okay, we're gonna zero that out. All right, groovy. We're gonna glove up, and we're gonna get 2/3 of that bacon out there and get near 1 pound. And if I understand, this is not 100%, this isn't baking. You don't have to be 100% accurate here, but you do wanna get kind of close. Yeah, but even in bacon, I was a little light on choices, so. What do you got there? A little over 1/2 pound there. Let's try this. 15 3/4. Like one more slice. A little over, that's fine. I got a pound, 1 1/8 ounce. All right, so I gotta remember that 1 1/8 ounce. All right, I also have a food sealer coming today, but it's coming later than I wanted. So that's gonna be nice for holding on to these steaks a little bit later. Okay, sirloin is very lean. That's why you definitely want to introduce a bunch of fattiness to it. So we're looking to get about 3 1/8. 3, 1, 1/8. Okay, we need a little bit more than that. Tell you what, let's take this one back off. Let's try that one. Okay, let's put both of these on there. We'll pull this one back off. That's way too much. All right. Well, shit. Okay, hold on. I've already screwed up slightly here. Should not have been touching both of these. Whoopsie. Let me find a lean end, cut off some of the lean. I'll take that. 3 pounds, 1 ounce, and 3/4 of an ounce. So, okay. So we are kind of done with the scale, but now we just want to start breaking this down into small, manageable chunks for the grinder. Let me turn this off. Save those batteries. No, there we go. I know, Ian, this is definitely not for you. I'm sorry, buddy. Especially because you're gonna hate the noise I gotta make in a little while. Now there's also supposed to be some stuff about preparing your meat and getting rid of extra fat and silver skin. I just thought about that and I just realized, wait a minute, is that what this gray stuff is? Echo, what is silver skin?
From moviecultists.com.
No.
Silver skin is an extremely tough connective tissue commonly found on beef and pork tenderloins. If you'd like another answer, just say, next.
Next. I was too late. Okay, so it's not what I was thinking it was. Fat. Get that fat on there. Yeah, I really was wanting to do a 3-meat blend. I wanted to do like a smoked brisket and maybe some like chuck. I mean, I was thinking sirloin, but for the leaner meat, But again, by the time I got to the grocery, the butcher shop was already closed down, you know, all that stuff, so. And I knew I needed to do this today. Again, all my cooking experiments, getting way more active, way more into getting things done, and learning all this stuff, because we have some very cool things coming up. But by all means, throw me some comments, give me some tips and tricks for any of this. And, you know, I can only get better. And I got all kinds of ideas for meat blends I want to play with at some point. Just did a bad job cutting. Yeah, that's me, not the meat. Okay. Almost through this, then we just gotta do the same for the bacon. And then we're gonna go put this in the freezer for 20-30 minutes because you want your meat not frozen. So it really should probably just be 20 minutes. But you do want it cool, particularly the fat, because apparently the machine is gonna warm up that fat and that can gum up the works if it gets too much. I do wonder if I should have. But there's some good fat content there I don't want to lose. Again, we'll find out, I suppose. Okay. Excuse me. This does look like some nice fatty bacon too, which is weird. Like I said, I'm used to looking for less fat. I don't like a ton of fat in my bacon, but this is gonna introduce some, because fat is where the flavor is in a burger, you know? So it's partially why I never liked Foreman grill burgers. They're always a little dry, but I mean, that's the point of a Foreman grill, but wasn't my favorite thing. And we'll kind of mix this meat around here in a minute too, before we put it away. Actually, coffee break. All right, almost there. All right. Let me make a little room to work here. Good, you'll be able to see. All right, we're just gonna kind of try and mix this up a little bit. Spread it out a little more evenly. Transform us more than meets the eye. Too much bacon out on that side. I mean, you'll still get a chance to mix this up more on the pushing plate, I think is what it's called. All right. That looks pretty good. We're gonna pop that in the freezer for about 20 minutes, and then we're gonna come back for the rest. So I'm gonna clean all this shit up. Okay, so I got the grinder set up. We have the big plate, the coarse grind. We got a big bowl. It's been 25 minutes. Hopefully it didn't go too long. Let's see, we're gonna keep that in locked position. Speed 4, I hear, is pretty good. Let me get my pusher and some gloves. Also, I had all my excuse me, I needed that burst of coffee. I had all of my all my components for the grinder. Sorry, all of my components for the grinder in the freezer for like an hour or two. Get those nice and cold. I'm gonna put that down there where you can see a little bit better. And this will be our first grind. We're gonna make it bigger grind because it'll make it easier to fine grind. And I guess let's just start putting some up there. Tray's not huge. Make sure we're getting a nice little mix of stuff. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. Don't overload it. There we go. Okay. I like this. This is going pretty smooth so far. some of the edge chunks got a little more frozen-y. Yeah, this ain't too bad. Definitely can get some of my chunks a little bit smaller. Honestly, too, I thought this would be a lot noisier. Oh, oh, maybe too big to get in there. May have to cut that one again real fast. Somehow. I'm just kind of alternating a couple pieces of steak, pile of bacon. Turning my bowl a little bit so it doesn't pile up too much on one side. We're almost there too, at least for the first grind. And then basically we're gonna throw this meat back in the fridge for, you know, let it re-chill a bit. Or back in the freezer for a few. We'll switch out the grind plates and get a finer grind, and that should cover it. There we go. A little bit of that. Hold on. And that's all the meat going in. We'll let it push out this last little bit here. Almost got it. Smells good. Getting that hickory smoked bacon smell now. Good thing that the stand mixer works. All right, I don't think it's gonna do too much more there. All right, let's see what this looks like now. A little on the inside of the ring there. I think we can get that out. Groovy. Okay, now this part's interesting. How do I actually get this plate out? It's coming. That's not taking too much effort. All right. Well, we are done with that one. Okay, throw this in the fridge, the thing, because we're gonna use a smaller plate. Now here's a good question. How do I get the rest of this out? People said something about a piece of white bread. Should I just... Yeah, let's try that. Hold on, let me put this plate back in. I probably should not have disassembled this just yet. I'm not in the right spot. There we go. Collar back on. Except I really should have done all that one-handed fudge. I'm gonna need a free hand here. Clean hand. Luckily, I have some light bread. Trying to open it and get a slice out one-handed is a little bit trickier. Okay, let's turn it back on. Well, I can touch that, I guess. Try to catch some of the bread and not get too much in the mixture. I think it's supposed to be fine, but I mostly just want to, you know, do this to push all that meat out. And I think it has done that. So we'll probably just need to disassemble this and rinse it. Okay. All right. Okay, I feel pretty good about that. So there you go. There's our rough grind. So now, I guess I want to get another glove on. Shit. I can go through way too many gloves doing this. But again, I won't have to use as many in the future. Just, you know, because I'll learn the process better. All right. Get everything in the sink. We're gonna basically give all, what I'm going to do off camera is I will be rinsing all this, all these components out. And then putting them back in the freezer. Excuse me. I know it's rude not to cover my mouth, but my hands are a wee bit busy. Okay, good. Okay, so that bread trick works really, really well. All right, so that's off for now. I'll deal with that off camera. But what I am gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and, so I don't have to use two bowls, I'm gonna put all this meat just back on the freezing tray. I got a really good feeling about all this. This is where we can just grind back into this bowl. Oh yeah, that is pretty cool. Okay, so like I said, probably throw this back in for another 10 or 15, and I'll try to get these things back in the freezer, get them cool again after I get them rinsed. And then we'll get our fine grind and make some patties. Okay, it's been about 10-15 minutes. This stuff's re-chilled. We got the medium plate on, which is where we're gonna wanna be for burgers. I'll show you the meat. So you can see it down there. Looks good. Let's go up here so you can get a full visual. That looks right. Let me grab some gloves. And yeah. I definitely want to figure a better way of not running through 18 gloves, though. And all this stuff was very easy to rinse out and clean and dry, and well, I didn't really clean it because it's just the same stuff running back through it. Okay, let me plug it back in. It's reassembled. And away we go. Speed 4. And let's just, I guess, put handfuls in. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks way more evenly distributed. Alright, so admittedly this seems a little bit more involved. Oh, shite. That's what I was trying to avoid. I noticed that was starting to happen a little bit. So this is where the pusher is really going to come in handy. But yeah, I can see everything definitely looks a bit more evenly distributed, fat and meat content. There's kind of a balancing act here. Getting the meat in the tray, pushing the meat through, not letting it overpile in the bowl. This is still relatively easy though. Ah, come on now. I mean, it's fine if a little bit of that happens, but let's avoid it as best we can. It's funny because I got Food Network on and mute back there, and they were grinding meat as well. They were doing sausages though. And I could tell before they finished because he started mixing a bunch of spices in, and I was like, well, you don't really got to do that for a burger. I am team burgers don't really need any seasoning except maybe just a touch of salt and pepper, unless you're really going for something very specific. But a good burger really is just about the flavor of the meat itself. We're getting there. We're almost through our meat here. I do need to stop this tower I'm forming in there, though. There we go. Almost got it. And you're down to the tiny scraps. Okay, I think that's about all I'm going to get, without maybe putting some more bread through it. And let it push out what it can, and this time I'm going to I don't know. Alright, I don't think we're going to get too much more than that. This hand's still clean, good. Alright, let me get that off. I'm going to do the bread trick, but separately. I don't really want to, I don't know that I should introduce more crumbs. I mean, we got plenty of meat here, so. Aaron's wilding out back there on a chair. All right, let me figure this out real quick. I'll deal with the rest of that in a second. What I'd like to do is go ahead while I have a dry hand, see if I can save gloves. And all right, we'll reposition the camera here in a second. I'm gonna get my scale. All right, I need to get a plate to work on. I want to move this out into 3 1-pound sections. So let's see, can I do this? And then you may have to bear with me while I readjust. Hang on, everybody. Let's see, where do we go? This way? No, that way. Okay. Yeah, good. All right, so I've got a plate on. I've already zeroed out. Let's find about 1 pound here. It's 5 3/8. It's 10 ounces. Oh, this is nice. 14 ounces. That is 15 1/4. 15 3/4. 1 pound, all right. So I'm just gonna kind of put this on one section of this over here because I'm not really prepped to do the next thing. And let's get another pound out. Whoa. Aaron, you okay, buddy? Got a little overzealous? Oh, you moved the chair away from the wall, bud. Oh, Daddy will fix that for you in a minute. All right, where are we at? Oops. That is 10 1/4. $13 1/8. Ooh, don't fall off the plate. That's 15 ounces. It's a 1/4 ounce over. Take a pinch back out. Okay, got 1 pound there. We'll put this on this half. Aaron got the zoomies. And then I'm just curious to make sure if we actually, what we ended up with here, whatever this is what I'll use for my burgers. See how much we may have lost in the transfer. This is gonna be so good. We're like 10 5/8 there. Oh shit, just dropped some in places I did not really want to. It's all right, I cleaned everything before we started. 13 7/8. It's 15 3/8. So it's probably gonna be just a touch over 1 pound here, which means we'll get a touch over 3 pounds out of this process. I thought about doing the whole 4 1/2 pounds, but then I thought, well, I can save that other stuff for some other fun. Yeah, we're a little over 1 pound right now. I'll give you a full tally once I get the rest of this in here. Okay. I got a feeling this is so tasty, I don't want to waste any. All right, so I ended up with 1 3/4 pounds. So that's almost a perfect 3 pounds of meat right there. So that's a good start. 2 of these I want to roll up into logs. This I want to turn into burger patties. So let's see, how do I want to handle this? I do still have a clean hand, so let's see if I can do this one-handed. I have a feeling I cannot. We're gonna try. I'd like to, I was especially not gonna have a clean hand after I do this once, so, shit. All right, I'll tell you what, we're just gonna take off the contaminated glove. We'll just have to use an extra glove. All right, I need to make some space to do this anyway. Let's do this proper. So let's do that. All right, let's move some shit around. Let's move this out the way. Turn that off and get this out of the way for now. Bring this over so I can see what I'm doing. Delicious, delicious coffee. Come on. Come on, cutting blade. Do your cutting. You have one job, cutting blade. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now we get another glove. We're gonna take these extra 2 pounds, we're just gonna roll them up into lumps. So, what I really need to do then is to switch places here, very carefully. This is gonna work out. This is gonna work out. Okay. So let's see if we can kind of form this, start mushing it together a little bit. There's a word for this I learned last night, and I forget what they're called. It's like chuds, chungs, something. Basically rolling into a beef log. Okay. Don't you dare leave me any of this behind. It's deliciousness. Oh, this meat is so easy to work with. It is so freaking tender. All right. All right, let's work the other one. Pop that down there. Now, let's see if I can, well, now, shoot. My hands are dirty again. I could have used, All right, screw it. Like I said, I will get better at not running through 18 pairs of gloves. Today is not that day. All right, let's just get this started. Push in the sides because I don't have a lot of room to work here. And we want to pull this back to me. Twist. Uh-oh, I got some air in there somehow. All right. Well. How did I introduce that much air? We're gonna put this in tin foil in a minute anyways, so. Here I need some like bigger saran wrap. All right, let's tin foil these pups up too. If we freeze them, this will help with freezer burn a little bit, but also the other trick is that it makes it easier to put in a big storage bag. Okay, good. That'll help seal it nice. Nice big beef log there. There's a couple little pieces I missed, huh? Okay. Boom. Pound and a pound. Now, this should be the last use of gloves for a bit. I got a plan. I know how to do this. We'll zero out with a fresh plate. Okay, now we're gonna portion these out into patties. Do you wanna go 3 patties? I think I wanna go 3 patties. So we got 16 ounces and 3/4, so 5 1/3 1/4-ish. 5 1/3 1/4-ish. What's that gonna be? 5 1/3 1/4-ish. Fractions, man. All right. Let me bring this camera over just a little bit. That's right, I should do it like this. There we go. Okay. So, be like 13, 12 something, if I take away enough. A little bit more. Maybe a little bit more. Make the others 6 ounces each, so let's take a little bit more. And just a tiny touch more. Okay. Let's go ahead and portion this down. To a nice big old burger patty. Boom. All right, so 11 and 5. We want to be left with like 5 and something, 5 and change. Kind of definitely get some more in there. Oh, it leaves a 6 1/4, huh? All right, a little bit more. 5 3/4, okay. So they're not going to be perfectly weighted out exactly the same, but they'll all be pretty close. And apparently with fresh ground meat, you don't have to worry about overworking it too much because supposedly the meat you buy in the store has already been worked a lot, and that's why they tell you not to overwork it. Yeah, this looks like it's got lots of nice fattiness in it, so I think it's gonna be pretty dope. Boom. And then last but not least, oh, still getting whiffs of that bacon in here. I'm excited to cook these up in a little bit. But I'm gonna go finish my routine while these sit in the fridge. We also gotta bust out the oil fryer because we're doing onion rings. Okay. About the right size. Fix the edges in a little. Mushy, mushy. Looking gushy. Boom. And there we have 3 beautiful 1/3 patties ready to rock and fucking roll. You could probably go right in the pan with them right now, but like I said, I'm just gonna go throw them in the fridge. Not a freezer, but a fridge. Let them chill a little bit. We're gonna come back and make some onion rings and make a burger. This is gonna be a good one, folks. I'm really excited about this. But it looks like first grind is successful. See you in a bit. All right, so we're getting ready here. I got the oil fryer set up. I got my pan at about a medium heat right now. We're gonna do the burgers on medium high, but we're gonna do up some buns first. So get the bakery buns, just bakery buns. I don't know, these are nice. We're gonna mayo fry, or mayo toast these. We're gonna get 3 out. And I should tell you why I have the oil fryer out, is we're gonna make some onion rings. I think I've already mentioned that, and that we will make our own onion rings in the near future. But for today, I just bought a bag of frozen Nathan's onion rings. I had like 2 options, Kroger or Nathan's. I was like, I'll go with the Nathan's. See what those are all about. All right, let's bring this down so we can get this going. And as usual, I'm a fool because Mary was getting home a lot later than I thought, and I was a little bummed and gave her a little poop about it. And now I'm realizing, then I got caught up in doing something else to kill the time, and now I'm like, well, now I'm gonna be running late. So, yay. I imagine I will receive some deserved shit for that. All with love, all with love. All right, these spoons? Yeah, these are spoons. Tall boy spoon. Try to see if we can work out the rest of this mayo. I did get some newer ones. Let me still get in here with a knife. This looks like I'm leaving way too much behind. Oh yeah, that's like way more than... All right, let's just... We can get some more out if we need it. Just trying to simplify. So let's get a nice little toasting on this so it can hold some of the stuff I'm gonna do. You've seen me make burgers before, probably. I don't always toast the bun, but usually it's a good idea. Especially for what I'm gonna do on this one, because I'm gonna have some wet pickles on the bottom and there's gonna be a sauce component here. Now the sauce is a little bit secret. I mean, I'll tell you a little bit about it, but it is something I am developing, so it is currently kind of proprietary. And I don't know how much I wanna reveal to people on that one thing yet. I mean, it'd probably be in the cookbook, but I gotta keep some surprises, right? Know what I'm saying? I'm just really proud of it. It ain't it's like 95% there too. It's a barbecue. Well, fine. I'll just tell you, it's a honey chipotle barbecue sauce, and it's very spicy. But not like it's like more like there's a lot of spiciness to it. It's not like a super high hot spicy. I mean, it's more than Mary can handle. If that, gives you any kind of idea. There's a lot of chipotle and some other stuff in there. That's what I said, I've been busy. I've been in a major test kitchen mode here lately. All right, we're getting there on these. I don't think I can do all 3 at once, so I'm gonna do 1 and then 2. So the 2 will be the nicer, fresher, warmer buns. Now I'm toasting this 3rd one because honestly, I'm tempted to, since we're playing with our own meat blend and all that, to also just do one that's absolutely just a plain burger. So we can get a real taste of what that tastes like. All right. Gotta get a little more mayo out. We about killed this jar. Do 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 do. Let's see, the onion rings are only gonna take 4 to 5 minutes. So we will drop those when we start the burgers in the pan, because we'll want those to cool a bit. I guess the burgers will want to cool a bit. All right, we'll start those right after we flip burgers then. I think that's a better call. Right, Saul? Womp womp. I got all the jokes today, don't I? I'm so funny. Sorry, I'm getting a little hungry and like I'm not quite hangry. It's like more like you ever been hungry and it just makes you sad? It's kind of like a depressed hangry. So it's not anger, not foodborne anger, but hungry-born sadness. These buns are not quite the freshest anymore either. Okay. We can call that done. Okay, let's get the first buns in. Like I said, I'm just gonna do one first. Come here, come here. currently on medium, which honestly might be a bit much. Oh, and I got my patties out. One thing I didn't tell you, is I did end up putting a little saran wrap on top of those, just to you know, hopefully make sure they don't oxidize. Is that already done? Oh yeah, here's Mary. I give her a chance to get comfortable. Toast around the outside a little bit. That bad boy, get a little heat on the outside. I got a cooling rack set up over here. Actually. Okay. Whew. Nice. All right, get the next ones down. Okay. All right. Let's get some, move this out of the way until I'm ready to deal with it. Let's get some butter. Had it out to soften a little bit, set it by the heat a little bit. I'll just put more in. We're gonna start with a tablespoon. Probably pull that part of the paper down too. All right, good. Let's be ready. Bottom buns are close. Yeah, that's ready. But yeah, in case you're wondering, just got those. And my hands, can't open them with a scissor. Okay. And I want to have some, let me check on these buns. I don't want to overdo them. Yeah, that guy is pretty good. That guy is pretty good. That one's pretty good. And that one's pretty good. Hi.
Hi.
All right.
Alright, y'all, Eric's been acting hangry. It's my fault.
Already, yeah. Well, that's all right. Actually, I've decided it's a depressed version of hangry.
A depressed version.
Yeah, like I'm not like angry hungry, but I'm like hungry. I'm sad hungry.
Are you sad because I'm not here?
Maybe that's it. That's probably it.
Looks like my shirt came.
Excellent. Okay. That bun's good.
Hi, Cody.
Actually, you know what? Let's give that one just a tiny bit longer.
Did you cut the kiddos?
Yeah.
Did you all know?
Just an extra second here. That's probably good. Yeah, better. Right. Okay, so we got the buns on standby. Let's get some butter in this pan and we'll bring it up to a whatever, medium high.
Up to a whatever.
Plastic wrap off the burgers. We'll probably put another knob of butter in here too. I'm gonna start referring to them, a tablespoon, as a knob. I mean, I think that's accurate anyways, but it's more fun to call it that. All right, patties. Oh, shoot. Forgot to season. Hold on. A little bit of seasoning. I don't have the camera showing you. It's literally just, you know, a couple small pinches of salt, a few grinds of pepper each. And so I'm gonna season both sides, 2 grounds each. All right, let's get patty number 1 in the pan. Oh yeah, oh, medium high. Patty number 2 going in. Patty number 3. Okay. Oh shit, I gotta get cheeses out too, don't I? We'll leave this for flipping. I wanted to get some of the sea salt ready. Oh, that's what I needed Mary for, shit. This is for the onion rings. Fuck. I have no idea. Do I have sliced provolone? If I do, she'll want that. Swiss. Oh, Echo, set timer for 3 minutes. Echo, set timer for 3 minutes. Thank you.
3 minutes, starting now.
Okay, shit. Panicked. Now, hold on. You know what? Also, fuck. I really like to get this more in the center so we can get as much of the heat on all of these.
Jesus does not like to listen to negotiate.
I assume you want provolone and bacon?
Yeah.
I did not get a chance to ask you.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do pepper jack on mine.
Okay, I got the hot dogs. I'm gonna come downstairs.
Okay.
Order the next one.
Shit, I can't get the cheese to. Man, this cheese does not want to. What happened? Okay, there we go. See if we can get a piece out here. Ah, shit. I'm trying to get one out that ain't gonna break up. There we go. Okay. Those are looking awesome. Oh my god, I just got a whiff of that bacon coming out of there. Alright. I'm gonna get ready with the oil fryer here. I can't really show you everything all at once. I guess I can kind of do this number. You don't want to see the burgers. So that's not very helpful. I'm just going to put frozen onion rings in the basket in the oil. You know how that works. How am I for timing? Did I say 3-minute timer? Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and flip these. I want to do more time on the other side so the cheese will melt more. Or actually, no, I don't. It melts plenty good. Alright, I got her slice. I got my slice separated, right? Yeah. Just gonna go 1 slice on each of these this time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. About 30 seconds. We'll flip and give them about 3. Oh, actually, let me move this out of the way. We're done with this now. Oh, and I need to get a thing ready for the onion rings. Just putting paper plates or paper towels on a plate so they can drain. All right, Echo, cancel timer. Let's see what we're working with here. Ooh, might need to go a little bit longer on the other side, but that is looking nice. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, well, we're not going to re-season, but I am going to throw some more butter in there. And I want to get the cheese on. I'm going to make that one mine, that one hers. Echo, set timer for 3.5 minutes. Oh shit, she needs bacon.
2 minutes and 30 seconds. Starting now.
Actually, I'm not gonna put bacon on it. There's tons of bacon in the burger. That'd be silly. Save some calories. Okay, salt and the pepper are good then. Butter should be good. Those are looking nice. And I do not need to use the lid, but I do need to drop the onions. There's about half the bag for 4 minutes. Oh, they need softies. It's a little more than half the bag, but Echo, set timer for 4 minutes.
Second timer. 4 minutes. Starting now.
All right. Smell that, dude.
That's it.
I'm not putting. Did you hear me? I'm not gonna put bacon.
I heard
Okay.
you.
I think that's fair. Okay. All right. So what I will tell you about this barbecue sauce is a honey chipotle. I say it's 95% there because honestly, it needs a little more of the honey flavor. But I use really cheap fake honey, so. Sorry, my PD was asking if I was still there. Keep an eye on these onion rings. A couple of them didn't quite get under the oil. But yeah, this is very good stuff. I gave my dad some. So excited. How are we doing on that? All right. Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh, I'm so excited to taste these. Nah, those are good. They're all under the oil. I gave them a little shake. It's getting so close.
Do I have time to change clothes?
Well, yeah, they gotta rest a minute, so you got like 2-3 minutes before I'm building. I don't use that. Not right now.
Isn't ready. Vicky. Play, honey. Vicky.
All right, that was like 4 minutes per side. I'm gonna say these are good. Let's put them on the cooling rack. Echo, dismiss timer. Oh yeah, fun times. Let me check the onion rings. Yeah, those are probably good. We can go ahead and pull them. Oh, that's hot texture, I agree. Oh yeah, those look nice. Let them drain just a second. We'll get them on the paper towel. We'll hit them with the sea salt. And then we'll come back over here and build. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the lid on my barbecue sauce jar, my pickles. And I am excited. So excited. Okay, those are probably drained. be afraid, little guys. Or some of you big guys. Alright, where's my sea salt? I'm gonna get them with a little flaky sea salt. Echo dismiss. Here, let's. Need at least one good one of these for my burger. I've got too much salt out, way too much salt out. Okay, let me bring those over and show them to you. They look pretty good. Oh yeah. All right, so let me bring this over. I'm gonna start kind of building mine. Find the angle. There we go. I'm gonna go with the blue plate. I think that's gonna look nicest. I'm gonna go with this bun's a little toastier. And actually, let me go ahead and lose my ring into the pocket for a minute. And I'm gonna get, this is too much pickle actually. But I think I was out of slices. So I'm toweling it off a little bit, just so I don't get too juicy on the bun. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna tear this one in half. It's plenty of pickle. You can do it where I can make a mess doing it. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully it doesn't make the photo too gross. All right. And then on top of that, we're gonna put my burger patty. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. All right. Then we're gonna hit that with the perfect onion ring for it. Boom. Oh, baby. And spoon for the barbecue sauce. Put a big old dollop right in the center there, and probably should have warmed this up some. Because I don't know how else I'm gonna get it to drizzle where it looks awesome for the photo, you know? And there we go. And top that son of a bitch. Like it, like it, like it, like it, like it. All right, let's get in and give you the closer look of everything, and we'll show you Mary's and stuff too. Okay, look at this gorgeous looking fucking thing. Look at this. Now, granted, I don't know if you want Miracle Whip or anything on your burger. You know, I didn't get anything out, so I just have your plain burger and cheese right there. But look at this. This looks so fucking good. I'm so excited to try this. Hi, Mary. How are the onion rings?
Very good.
All right, cool. I'm gonna hand this off to you, though.
You get to grease some fingers.
Right. And let's get the thumbnail. Ooh, ah. Okay. I just need to know. Oh, baby. Smushy, smushy. Look at this beautiful thing. Look at that fucking thing. What?
It's a little drippy. Not too bad.
That's pickle juice. That's barbecue sauce. Holy shit, that burger, dude. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm gonna have a plain one. Oh my god. Oh, that's really good. Now, this is not the final iteration of what this sandwich is gonna become, because I'm gonna get some smoked brisket in there and do smash patties of this.
Okay, recording again. Didn't realize the button was under my thumb.
Well, I'm gonna do smash patties with smoked brisket as well. Then we're gonna call this the Sookie Smoke-house, the True Blood burger. God damn, that's good. Okay. I should probably make Mary hers so she can have it while it's.
Hot?
Oh my god, dude.
So how's the onion ring on it?
Well, I like it, but I'm not tasting a crap ton of it. It's giving a nice texture, that crunchy onion ring. So if you want to try it. Oh my god, that is awesome. That's just fucking awesome.
I think I may just keep my booger basic.
Okay. Well, I figured we could also split the plain one too if we want. So you don't want any Miracle Whip or anything. You're just.
Yeah, I'm just gonna eat it like that.
All right.
I got some takoyaki. Not takoyaki. It's the fish-shaped fried things that that have some different fillings in them. They have them at Costco, and I might be having some of those later.
Okay.
Actually, Tina was supposed to come by to pick up some plants, so I might get her to try them with me.
Today? Okay. All right, my dear. I got to see how that bodes.
I need a bite.
Because it's good, that's why. I probably could have cooked it a little less. It's not overdone by any means, but...
No. That's pretty good. I just want to make sure I got the bacon flavor.
I understand, but yeah, it's in there, isn't it?
Yeah. Actually, I don't really taste much of the cheese, but I guess that's because it's provolone.
It's provolone, it's not a... yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna eat, and we'll probably taste test that, or I will, so... Alright.
Chicky chick.
Alright.
Hi, Jack.
So, no, you're fine. So, actually, I could use some more water.
Big boy.
I dipped an onion ring in my sauce drippings. Whew. But I want a fairly clean palate because I want to try the burger itself, which, nothing, just the toasted bun and the burger. I just need to know how good this is because I got a really good feeling. Oh man. Yeah. I could have cooked it maybe a minute less. Again, it's not dry or anything, but it could be a little juicier, but just where I wasn't used to it. Oh man. Put the flavor in that. The smoky, it definitely got that smoky in there. And that high-end sirloin. You wanna try a bite, just plain one, just to know?
I don't think it's gonna be much different from what I had.
It's up to you, man.
I'm kind of full.
Okay.
If I want to eat anything, it's gonna be onion rings.
Okay. I'm probably gonna make the rest of the onion rings because there's not that many left in that bag.
Like, when you say not many, how many?
Well, if you want to hold this and not hit the button, we'll find out. I'd say 6 or 7, maybe. Looks like there's kind of pieces, maybe 8.
That's like a serving.
Yeah. Well,
Because the thing is, if you make them and they get cold, they're gonna be kind of cold.
yeah, you're right. I'll save that then. We'll save that for another day.
You want to put like a rubber band or something around that?
Yeah, I'll get back to it. All right. Well, I'm gonna eat the rest. I should not, but I think I'm gonna eat the rest of that fucking burger, man. All right. Thank you, everybody. More stuff. Okay, we're gonna try a little bonus something. I don't know where this fits in the vlogs. I've been kind of curious to try it. It's another one of those kind of TikTok trend type things. And I gotta cook up some meat, and Mary and I, we're going to a movie. It's just a later movie, and I thought we'd go out to dinner, but she promised she would do the driving so I could get drunk beforehand because it's Fast and Furious. If and then I promised her in return she could get yard time, and I would just cook instead for her. So we're gonna try this. I have no idea if this. I guess this is gonna work. We're gonna try the Smashburger tacos. I mean, I'm gonna play with a little bit of variations on that. But if you don't know what this is, we're gonna do like little 2-ounce balls, and we're gonna put the ball like we would a Smashburger in the pan, and we're gonna put a tortilla over it and smash the whole thing. Then you flip it, but you gotta move it into a cooler pan. That's a whole thing we'll talk about. And melt some cheese on the other side, and you put whatever toppings in there. You can do traditional burger style, whatever. Mary's gonna try using some very interesting ingredients. I'm gonna try using some very interesting ingredients. So let's just get into it. I got a bunch of stuff here, so is that gonna be enough? Yeah, you can see everything going on. So I'm thinking on mine, I'm gonna go a little more Mexican style. So, and it does say, they do tend to say use white corn tortillas, but I don't have any. I mean flour, but I do have my white corn tortillas, so we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna take some of that Mexican Thousand Island dressing, that Danny Trejo recipe I did, and I'm gonna mix that in some coleslaw for mine. I'm gonna smash mine down into a corn tortilla. I'm gonna melt a slice of pepper jack into mine, and then just hit it with that slaw, see how that goes. I may tear a little cilantro on there, I don't know. Mary's is gonna be a little more basic. It's gonna be a tortilla, it's gonna be the burger, and then she's gonna put some of this mac and cheese I made on here, which I don't know if this video comes out before I made this mac and cheese or not. We got a lot of it, and we're doing some other things with it, so I'm gonna need to heat some of that up. So, I think first things first then, is to probably make a little room here. So let's get a portion of mac and cheese out that we're just gonna kind of microwave, I guess. I don't really like reheating mac and cheese personally, but gots to do what we got to do. Get a couple of tools to work with here. So she's probably gonna have a couple of these since it's only like 2 ounces of meat each one. Like I feel like that's probably pretty good for one, so we're probably gonna take about half of what I got in here. I'm hesitant to say everything in here. There's some cheeses and there's some ham. I don't know which one's coming first. Yeah, let's do a little extra. I mean, we can always nom down the extra mac and cheese, and then it looks like I don't really need that way. Should have got a little paper towel ready. Uh-oh. Might should get more paper towels ready. Or I should get roll from downstairs. So that's probably more than enough to heat up. We'll get to that. I just want to have some things out of my way. Because as you can see, I got a little bit of a clustered thing here. So, okay, so we got some of that ready. Next thing I want to do, let's go ahead and mix up my little mixture. So since I have this, yeah, it's still good. I'm trying to decide though, how much do I really want to make? Well, I do want to try this on hot dogs. I can always make this again. So let's just get as much of this in the bowl as we can. Honestly, it's more than I thought. I probably should have gone into, to a much larger mixing bowl. I may still need to do that. I gotta get better at eyeballing stuff like that. So go back and look at the Danny Trejo, the Danger Dogs episode. That's where, if you're looking for this, or get the Danny Trejo Cantina book to get the recipe for it. All right, well, we'll do what we can do here. I don't think I'm going to use this whole bag of slaw mix. Now, I have sort of tested this theory. I did it with shredded lettuce, and it was pretty good on shredded lettuce, but I was like, oh yeah, it would definitely be better with like a coleslaw, cabbagey, crunchy mix. So we're gonna kind of eyeball how much we're gonna need. It may just be how much we can actually fit in this bowl and leave some room for stirring. Like that's probably that, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to stir very much. I really should have grabbed a mixing bowl. I'm a dum-dum. Let's see what we can do here, gently. Yeah, this is gonna take longer because I'm an idiot. Oh, fuck. You know what, I hate to, but it's gonna be such a mess if I don't. Just probably gonna have to run 2 loads of dishes again. Although I'm getting used to having to run 2 loads of dishes because I've been testing a lot of stuff. I'm doing a lot of stuff off camera these days too, just for me to learn. Or for me to start, creating literally some of my own recipes. Some things are successful, some things I'm learning from, we'll just say. There is no failure, only education. Come on now. Okay. Well, at least now we should be able to mix this up a little bit faster. I have a little bit more slaw in here than I should have, but it's about right. I was thinking it'd be a little bit wetter than it's gonna be. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so we got some slaw ready. I'm just gonna set that off to the side. And I think it's now time to portion out my meats. And this again, I'm pretty sure this is going in the video where I ground this meat. So it is that sirloin bacon mixture. That's what we're going to be working towards here. Pull this out a little bit. Power up. Boom, and then let's plate. And 0. All right, I am gonna go into gloves for this. The only thing is it's just Mary and I, so let me check on Pops. Let me know if you're interested. And then, unfortunately, that will turn off on me and I won't know in time. So basically, we want to get balls that are 2 ounces each, approximately. Now, some things say to eyeball it more towards, you know, shit. All right, well, I guess this is not good. I wasn't gonna reseal it in this foil anyways. I wanted to do more of an airtight seal if I don't use this whole pound of ground. Still looks pretty good. Good, he is getting back to me. All right. Hold on, before I get my hands all fucked up. Hard to say. I can only make 2 at a time. They take maybe about 6 minutes each. I was gonna start with mine in case I screw them up. But if you are coming over, please bring some of your flour tortillas. I think they'll be better than my corn. There. Okay. Ah, come on. Try not to get my meat everywhere. That's what she said. That's 2 and an 8. We'll take that down a little bit. Perfect 2. Okay. Just little balls. Goodness gracious, little balls of sirloin and fatty bacon. So there's 1. Take me to 4 ounces. Yep, perfect 4. Okay. We get to 6. That's a little shy, I can tell. Yeah, it's about an 1/8 shy. There we go, that did it. These don't have to be perfectly formed. All right, let's take us up to 8. That's a little bit much, probably. No, actually, just a hair shy. 5/8, so we need about 3/8. Need 1 more 1/8. Boom. Okay, oops. These little flecks in there. And I can already see I do have some oxidation that's happened in these, but it's all right. All right, let's get this to 10 ounces then. That feels about right. Ah, 1/4 ounce over. Perfect. Working on learning, you know, my eyeballing my measurements. All right, still at 10 ounces, excellent. That's a little strong, a little light. Should be about 12. 3/8 more, all right. I need another 1/8. So we can get out of some of this. Hi, Napoleon, I'm sorry you're smelling the bacon, honey. Just a tiny, tiny bit more. Perfect. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and portion all of these. You can always kind of mush it back together, or we'll shrink wrap the balls in my new vacuum sealer. So let's see here. See if we can get that to 14. Ah, 3/4, almost. Need another 1/8, but I got a feeling this is a little bit small. That says 14. Okay. Okay, and last but not least, let's go ahead and form this one because it is what it is. Let's see how well, let's see which log I grabbed, because I do got to get better about labeling. I know one of my logs is a little bit bigger. That's what she said. And a perfect 1 pound. So those are perfect 2 ounce balls each. Excellent. Good job, Eric. Okay. Now, I'm going to turn you off. Side. Let's get you put away. Okay, alrighty. So, let me reconfirm my temperatures here and get something to set some stuff on. I guess I took a screenshot. All right. Portion the beef, season the beef. Set your tortillas and toppings so they're close by the stove. Heat up a large skillet on high heat. On the back burner, another pan on low heat. All right. And we can do 2 at a time with what I've got. So we got about 3 minutes first, and then 2 to 3. Okay, 3 and 3. High, low, 2, 3 and 3. High, low, 3 and 3. All right. Come on. Heat. We're gonna go medium low. It's mostly to warm the tortillas on the back end and give them some temp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's get a little pepper. I don't know, I guess I don't know if I should season all 8, because 2 of these may be going back. I figure at least 6 are getting eaten. Let's see, and then I want to play a little bit. I want to do a little dash of chipotle chili powder on my couple. Not a lot, just a touch. Let's see how that goes. Okay, now did I need to put some oil in this pan? I probably need to put some oil in this pan. Well, I know what it is. It doesn't say to use oil, but I'm gonna put a little oil because this is a little bit of a leaner meat mixture. Try to coat where I'm gonna be working. Also probably gonna get it. I got an idea. I got an idea to keep it from sticking to my thing like it sometimes does. All right, so we're kind of done over here. So I'm gonna try and angle this. Yeah, that should work. That should work. We're gonna let that pan warm up a little. And I just got uber hungry. Let's get my cheese ready so when we're ready to flip, we're good to go. Sorry, Dad, if you want pepper jack, you're gonna be out of luck. Not quite, almost. And these are my 2 smaller burners on these pans too, so. Take that actually down to low. Let's just put them on low. We'll figure it out. Okay, it looks like my oil is shimmering and ready. Oh shit, tortillas. Fuck me. Now I do feel like here I would be better off with flour tortillas, but we got what we got, you know? Oh shit, I forgot to do the thing I was gonna do. But since we got the tortillas, we shouldn't get any stickage. Get real small. Echo, set timer for 3 minutes. Yo! Alright. Not quite for fiddle rolls. We ain't there yet. Okay. So like I said, I'm doing mine first in case I screw up, and I just went ahead and did mine on corn. If I'd known you were this close, I would have waited and got me some flour ones. Flour ones are a little bigger though, so hopefully they'll fit in my pan, probably. And I only got enough pepper jack for mine, so you'll have to have a different cheese.
All right.
But I took some of the Mexican Thousand Island dressing and mixed it in with some sloth. I don't know if you want to give that a taste, actually. Just see what you think about that. I haven't tasted it, but I know the dressing was very good. I'm gonna press down a little bit more. Cool. Timer. Oh.
Got a little heat on the end.
Yeah, there's a bunch of pickled jalapeno in there. You just dump it somewhere in there. I'll clean it up in a bit. Man, I'm telling you, that looks like it's ready to flip. So, but I'm like way early. Maybe I'll go with 2 instead of the full 3. And each one of these is 2 ounces of meat and everything. So, oh shit, I needed to make you a place to. Well, I gotta make it. Yeah. Outside.
I'll just heat yours down.
Well, I was gonna make you space on the counter. If you can see, there's no space on the counter. I had intended to move this earlier. Just to make some space. There we go. Now you'll have a place. Although I could always give you one of these and make me a different one, see how these go, so. All right, about 10 more seconds. That's play with Jack. You haven't played with sparkle balls as much lately. All right, I think I'm gonna go now because it looks like it's really. No, it's fine. Maybe. Maybe not. There we go. There we go. Okay. A slice of cheese on you. Echo, set timer for 2 minutes.
Second timer, 2 minutes, starting now.
Okay. Let those melt down. All right, let me get a little fresh oil in there. You want to open those flour tortillas for me, Pops? Echo, dismiss timer. We can try the Mary editions. Oh, let me get plates. You're fine. Oh shit, I really should have. I did not think this through properly. Fuck me. All right, you wanna have 2 flour tortillas ready for me there, if you don't mind? I got it. Thank you. Oh shit, these are a little bit bigger. This may be a slight problem with these. Echo, set timer for 2 minutes.
Second timer, 2 minutes. Starting now.
And where's that first? All right. I have no idea if this is going to be a good flavor combination or not. Echo dismiss. Echo dismiss. I should put this on a prettier plate. The white's going to mesh in with the white. Okay, so that's what I'm working with. I got a minute before these need to pull out and flip. I don't know what kind of cheese to put on these, but I'm not prepped for it. We'll just do some American cheese on those. That American? That's the American. I don't know what the hell we'll dress them with. I was not prepared as well as I had hoped. Come on, let it go. Let it go.
It's Mary out there digging.
Yeah. All right, now I'm gonna try this bad boy. While I'm on camera, I mean that works. Oh, Echo. Oh shit. Sorry, cats. Didn't seen that smoke.
Domestic species of small carnivorous mammals.
Echo, stop. Oh my god. Okay, good. Sorry, cats. Whew. Okay, the flour tortillas definitely kind of burn. I will bring the camera down so you can see. Echo, dismiss dismiss timer. Echo, set timer for 2 minutes. By the way,
Starting now.
this is very good. I did not get a photo. I need to get a photo. I meant to tell you I'm offering you that one, but I'm glad you haven't eaten it yet, so I can get one.
I prefer corn as flour.
Well, you should try this though, because it's really good. I'm making you one on the flour, but look how the flour's burning up, so I think the corn's going to be better actually. Okay, I'm gonna turn that heat off for a minute. We're gonna heat back up for Mary's. Yeah, those flour tortillas are really overdone. But this itself is pretty damn tasty. Pretty good. Yeah, right? You tell Mary hers are coming up. Which means I need to heat up this bag of cheese. Hey, yours are about ready to get cooked and they do not take long.
Okay, I'll be in just a minute then.
All right, bye. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like how toasted those flour tortillas are. Now, that is the problem of they're bigger than I anticipated, because I think like with the corn, the meat pretty much gets to the end. Echo dismiss. So you don't have as much of this tortilla hitting the original pan. Uh-oh. There we go. It's like my non-stick was getting sticky. But, I mean, you know, I don't know what I want to put on that. I'm not really ready for it. See if we got Mary's mac and cheese hot enough. Actually, maybe that's what I'll put in mine. No, that needs some more time. I'm just gonna throw it in for a minute. Let's hope that's good. Where did my pick? There's my. Oh, Jesus, it's very close to the flame. Oh, man. So you can switch out for that one. I'll wipe that plate out. I don't know what you want on it. I have no idea. You put more of the slaw in there or grab anything you want out of the fridge.
Slaw will work.
Okay. Yeah, that is a pretty good topper, actually. I want to try that on dogs, for sure. Well, since Mary's not here and I got a minute, I'll bring that up. I know what I want. Let's do a little... Where is it? There it is. Just gonna do a little pickle relish. Actually, a little mustard and a little pickle relish. Yeah, shit, all up in the lid. Fuck me. Alright, so I got some...
Toast these to get a little brittle.
Yeah. Yeah, I see the problem here. Might have to eat it more like a tostada. At least it's soft where the meat is. Alright, I'm just going to tear that off so I can get to it. Well, again, when you get to the meat with the tortilla, not bad. Although I do think I prefer the corn on this. But that's my ground meat you're eating. That sounds. That's pretty good. And I'm glad I turned the heat off on the pan for Mary, because you saw how fast these go. She ain't even gonna be up here. Of the combos, I think I like my first combo better. But this basic cheeseburger combo is pretty good. The meat itself is really tasty, though. Wow, I'm happy with how that's turning out. Okay. Hey, all right.
That was our smoke detector.
Yeah. It surprised me, though, because it was definitely not seeming that smoky in here. You know?
Maybe it's the lobster that starts out with, or the product starts out with a cold pot.
Yeah. Ugh, all right.
But,
You want to check that mac and cheese and see if it's good temp?
I'm gonna have to wash my hands because they're covered.
Okay, well then don't do that. Sorry. But so far this is pretty good. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and season these other two because we're gonna make them. Am I showing you all this? I'm not. It's just an empty screen, isn't it? Crap. Alright, back down comes the camera. I'm going to do hers in corn. I think the corn is better. Alright, that oil is ready to go. Oh yeah. Echo, set timer for 2 minutes.
Starting now.
Need a heavier one of these.
That plate's on that. This,
Okay.
I slid that one off into my other plate.
Perfect.
Can't think you're coming over.
Well, I decided to since you did it a little early. I still had half of this turkey left.
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast and it was basically all the way down the wall.
That's how you down
Like, what is that a podcast? Because it's people who are broadcasting out of their homes. And I was like, no, I still hear it.
That was pretty loud.
I knew Eric was cooking, so I was feeling like,
And I can see it when I step over and turn around to here.
Yeah, there were no flames though.
I'm pretty good about that usually. I may go back for more of that version, even though I don't have any more pepper jack, but
It was good without the pepper jack, even with the American.
the American? Maybe I could swap the cheddar for that. So Mary's gonna have just the burger and some of my mac and cheese. Which again, you know what? There's probably more than fucking hate it, Mary. I fucking hate it.
really, I think you.
Well, I'm trying to shake it so that I can jiggle it loose and get in there.
Don't break it. Shake it.
I only hate it when I'm in a hurry, when I'm in the middle of cooking, and because I'm trying to give him a fork so he can try a bite of that mac and cheese.
Okay.
Take it to him. That bowl's hot though. Thank you.
Mac and cheese.
Yeah, the bowl's hot. I'd be careful. All right, Echo to Smith's. Interesting.
Actually, that's exactly. Did you turn these things upside down or did you do that?
I turned some upside down because I thought it was kind of working. Then I abandoned that idea. Echo, set timer for 2 minutes.
Starting now.
And then a little more oil.
Yeah.
Now, if you're using regular like 80-20 or something, I would probably use less oil than I'm doing. I just know my blend ended up leaner than I anticipated.
That's been a bit so long. That was really straight.
Yeah, you're welcome to one more of these if you want, or else I'll end up eating both of them. So they're only like 2 ounces of meat each, so.
Yeah, I'm sure that slow talking is pretty heavy.
Well, I mean, as long as you don't use too much of it. I got a minute. All right. Next one's in. Come on now.
Ah, you're pressing down.
Oh yeah, well they're smash. So you gotta use the pressy downy machine. Huh?
Just not hit the edges with your arm.
Oh yeah. Echo, set timer for 2 minutes.
Second timer. 2 minutes. Starting now.
So did you actually turn it off the smoke alarm or did you completely?
No, they eventually turned off.
I think it's going to take you for your audience to listen to you.
Oh, it sounds way worse for us than it does for them, trust me. There's one. Another clean plate. 2. For that mac and cheese. Over there. Echo dismissed. Oh shit, was that the second timer?
No, that was your first timer. Your second timer's at 1:15.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You gotta come over and show this to the camera. Though.
Why did you think
I am in a hurry and razzle dazzle.
Let me.
Yeah, you work that.
That looks like it's really good.
And then here's the other one.
Oh, I get two?
Yeah. This is fine. I would like a bite though. I would like to try it, but also you need to because y'all have seen enough. I'll bring this up so you can actually get paid. Well, when you're ready to have a bite, come have one over here.
Okay.
When you're ready to have a
Maybe
bite.
I need it.
That's fine. They don't take too long to cool or anything. So. All right, these are about to go and get the cheese. All right, Echo dismiss. Not bad. Pretty awesome. Heat off on that. Echo, set timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Starting now.
Ugh. Oh, I see what it is. Oh wow, that meat turned into paste. There was a chunk of meat left behind a little while ago. Oh, and we're gonna need 2 more plates then. Here, I'll use this one for me.
I can use this one. I'll try it out.
Okay, yeah. Woo.
I'll stick like that one up for a minute.
No, well, I just used it to wipe
Oh, okay.
stuff out.
Maybe I won't need it.
So wait for mine to cool down.
These are pretty dang good though. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty pleased
I
with
think
these.
you season these somehow.
Yeah, salt, pepper. And it's that sirloin bacon mix.
On the plate time.
But so far between the 2 I had, I liked the first one the best because that's slaw.
I had slaw on both. They were both good.
You gotta be more on this side, sweetie. It's pointed kind of this way. And there's the screen if you're. You had slaw on both of yours. That's right, with the American cheese. Now I would do this with a more cheddary mac and cheese probably. This is more just proof of concept.
Okay. To be honest,
Uh-huh.
the corn tortillas killing it for me.
Oh, you really hate the corn? Well, you should have seen what happened with the flour because they're way bigger than what I was prepared for. So here's a little piece of the edges the meat don't cover. But I love the corn ones, so I'm sorry you're okay. But that's fair.
It overwhelms the taste of everything else for me. So I'm not doing anything.
Can I have just tiny little? Especially with the mac and cheese. The corn, you're right. The corn's a little wrong for the mac and cheese, but the meat mac and cheese itself, very, very good.
If you get a really small flour tortillas, I think that's fine.
Echo dismiss. Yeah, well, I had to have Dad bring over what he had. That was my only option. Is this your plate?
Sure.
There you go. All the burners are off. But yeah, I think conceptually the mac and cheese version of that is a really good idea. I may still actually would maybe put a piece of cheddar and have more of a cheesy American-y mac and cheese, and then like maybe not a ketchup, maybe a barbecue sauce drizzle. Actually, you know what? It's too late. You already. Well, you know, I can take that one if you want. Would you rather me throw some of the Chipotle barbecue sauce in there? Okay. That's right. I want to eat more of this slaw too. So. Oh, that pan's gonna take a lot of. Thank God I got steel wool these days. What you need? Another paper towel? That's fine. Take it. We got tons of rolls downstairs. Just a matter of getting them. All right, you're done. So I can load mine up here. Maybe.
I had to use both the 4 10 spoons to
Yeah.
get mine out.
Well, you know, let the chef do it.
The chef didn't prepare mine.
I prepared a few for you, buddy. So there you go. I'm sure this is better with the pepper jack, but we'll see what it's like with the cheddar. Well, I'm on camera and I haven't hit stop yet, just so you know. Ooh, actually, I might need a moment to cool.
Hello.
Okay. Oh, in your headphones?
Sorry about that.
Oh, also these are a little tastier because I threw an extra seasoning on these. Probably do a little extra chipotle chili powder with the salt and pepper. Just bring up that smoky heat a little bit more. But I gotta say, often these TikTok trends actually end up being really tasty. And I would make this again. I don't know how often because it's very quick. But I do really love the slaw, the Mexican Thousand Island with the slaw is a dope idea, and that would be good on a lot of things. Bottoms up. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All right. I'm gonna go do something else before the movie. This for a different vlog. So we'll see you all later. Okay, so let's just talk about the meal as best I can remember. That meat mixture, it did turn out really good. Again, I'm kind of giving you some feedback after I've sat with it for a while. It definitely was more of a steak burger type thing. So going with a more Smashburger style absolutely helped because it wasn't quite as fatty as it would be for a big, thick, juicy burger. So that was learned. You haven't seen it yet, but I've already done another grind that I'll go ahead and tell you, it goes the opposite way of that. But I won't spoil anything more about that. But I do think for my first grind, it turned out really, really good. We went through all the meat, of course, and had a good time eating it. Mostly as burgers, and of course you saw as those kind of TikTok trend smash taco burger things, and that's really good too. The more I thought about it, the pepper jack and the Mexican Thousand Island coleslaw, really good. We have since developed, we haven't tested, but we came with some ideas the other day of some variation of doing that's going to play into some of the things we're trying to create. So I'm really excited about that, but again, I don't want to spoil that or give that away yet. But yeah, man, it turned out really, really nice. I like grinding my own meat, especially for ground beef. As of filming this, I haven't gotten to hot dogs yet, or sausages. That's coming up real soon, though. So kind of anxious to try that. I know it's a little bit more complicated, but that's my thoughts, and that's my afterthoughts of all of that. And I did buy some flour tortillas that would fit the meat better, or we could have smashed some balls out a little bit bigger. That sounds dirtier than I meant it to. All right, more vlog. Taste test time. I got two things Mary may or may not like, and one thing we can both try.
All right.
So first up, we know you love Sun Chips, though.
Yeah.
I love Sun Chips. They were pretty good, but I found chili lime Sun Chips. So depending how spicy, it's probably fine for her. We'll find out.
That's like a sweet chili.
Right.
Really good.
Ooh, that smells pretty good. I think it's mostly the Sun Chip I'm smelling, but it smells
Yeah,
pretty
as I
good.
said, it smells like Sun Chips to me. You're like in the worst place for me.
That one didn't really have a lot of seasoning on it. Maybe a little bit better. Trying to get it focused.
Tastes like Sun Chip.
Yeah. Not really getting the lime or chili or anything.
I'm getting the tiniest amount of heat on the back end.
Yeah, same. So that's disappointing. Still pretty good though. You know, it tastes like a Sun Chip. Well, at least Mary can try it.
I'm finally getting some heat.
Yeah,
I think you just have to eat enough of them.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm just the same thing. I'm like a moment behind you with it, but
I'd have to eat a whole serving to see if it's something I could actually eat them. Depending on how much, where the cutoff is for the heat goals.
right. That's not bad though. I do like it. Okay, got a chip clip for that.
We have so many open bags of chips right now.
Yeah, some of it's taste test, some of it's cookout style.
I think we set out most of the taste test ones for the cookout.
We did. Luckily, they didn't finish them all, but they helped us get through a bunch of them. Okay.
It actually helped. Just offhand, I think people will eat more chips if you actually open the bag.
Yeah.
But we hate opening bags if nobody's going to eat them. So
Yeah, although I think,
having already open bags kind of worked.
yeah, it did help. We didn't really open anything per se. And I think there's a way I can use my vacuum sealer to reseal chips. But in my brain, I'm like, well, wouldn't it just crush them? But
Well, maybe you can just do the sealing without the vacuum.
I think that's what it is. You just get as much air out as you can. Anyways, I found these. I don't think Mary, we'll see. If these are as good as I want them to be, Mary's not going to want to try them. But we have honey habanero, limited edition.
For fast eggs.
Yeah, because my family is spicy. And then I have to enter a code and scan a QR code and blah, I ain't doing any of that.
But you could win a car that you'll never drive.
I could sell it, and do you know how much kitchen equipment I could get?
Just don't sell it half price. Folks.
That's right, I might get $3.52. That's not bad. I was gonna say something.
I'm gonna let you try it first.
I know, of course, yeah. I was gonna say something.
You're gonna cold line for me.
I'm gonna.
I'm trying to find a.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a really seasoned chip. It's a tiny chip, but I wanted to make sure. What was I gonna say though? I don't know. The honey comes first. Just like my honey. Oh.
You couldn't help yourself, could you?
Yeah, I'll do it for you. Okay. Now comes a little heat. I think you could try these. I have a feeling it's going to be a pile on though. If you eat too many of them, then it might start getting too hot for you. I would eat one and give it a second, see how that heat, because the heat definitely comes after. I like these. These are quite good. I could use these as like a burger or a hot dog topping, honestly.
This is definitely spicier than the sun chip.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I can tell it is a building spice as I'm eating more. It's getting a little more spicy.
Yeah. I don't know about the honey. I didn't really get a lot of sweetness up front.
I had a little sweet and tangy up front for me. No, Jack, don't bump the camera stand, buddy. I like these. These are a win. I like these much better than
upstairs with you.
They will. Well, my dad needs to try them, so they need to go over to watch Fear the Walking Dead tomorrow. Hi, Jack. These chips smell good, buddy. Is that what it is? There is another chip clip, but I'm gonna maybe do something here in a second. All right.
Okay. There's snacks in your wire. You can tell mine.
Well, makes it a little hard for me to regulate how much I'm drinking.
I took a sip.
I know. Now I gotta open up a whole bottle for one extra sip. I'm just complaining to complain. I'm just. Okay. Dr. Pepper. Strawberry and cream. We like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Strawberries and cream should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically, as a drink, might be pretty tasty.
Okay. Check goes with that.
Ooh, whoo, got hit with that strawberry whiff right out the gate. As soon as it pssed out on me. Okay, it's not as potent out of there. I think it was just that initial psst out.
Yeah.
Well, beauty before brains, I guess.
Actually, but that just doesn't work for you either way.
You're right. Now that I think about it.
I love you.
I love you too. First impression, that's pretty damn good. The strawberry is pretty subtle. It's still, it does alter the Dr. Pepper flavor a bit. Into the cream, vanilla, a little extra vanilla-y note. I can't decide if I really like it, but it's not a disaster.
Okay, this is just gonna be a kind of a weird comment. I know you haven't had this thing out of the refrigerator that long.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's really fair.
Uh-huh.
But it
feels really warm to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that has anything to do with the flavorings in it.
Well, I wouldn't say warm, but it doesn't feel...
It doesn't feel, like I said,
doesn't
I feel
feel-
like I need to pour it over some ice.
Right, which you're welcome to try if you'd like.
I drank all the water out here and I have a bunch of ice.
So you win.
Just pour it down the side so you don't lose all the carbonation.
Oh, I didn't know what you were trying. It's a lot.
Give it a second to
Yeah.
actually get cold.
Shake it. Let me put it in a tumbler real quick.
I'm doing a very, very gentle shake so I don't shake out all the carbonation.
Yeah, I would drink that. I might even crave that occasionally. It's pretty good. But you're right. It's been in the fridge for days, and we just pulled it out like 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes tops, and it does kind of have a slight warmth to it. Not warmth, but it's not like super chill right out the fridge.
Yeah.
Okay, now before we wrap this up and move on to our next segment, let me check something out. Nah, I'm good. Can you use a Food Saver vacuum sealer to close chip bags? They advertise that you can. I'm just not sure how you do it. You can use Food Saver appliances for resealing Mylar type, strong thin polyester, or stiff plastic bags. You can also reseal potato chip and pretzel bags, but do not vacuum them. So how do you do it? Let me do it. How do you seal a bag of chips with a Food Saver vacuum sealer? Like, I'm sure there's like a button you gotta hit to say don't suck it. How do you seal a bag of chips?
That's just showing how to fold it.
Oh yeah, the special fold, huh? Pantry storage. Here we go. Got Food Saver.
Bags and rolls.
So that's like theirs.
Oh.
Pantry storage. That's what we're looking for. Oh, here it is down here. Want another liquids, potato chip, pretzel bags. Okay, to reseal the bag, first cut off.
Jesus Christ. You just possessed?
Yes. First cut off the factory seal using scissors or the bag roll cutter. Okay. Ensure
You should like probably be closer to the camera.
Ensure the open end of the bag is straight and smooth and allow at least 3 inches of empty space. Press the seal button and insert the bag into the vacuum channel. Okay, so there's a seal button. All right, let's do this. Let's do it from a distance. Oh, good Lord, were you possessed? Okay. We take off the top part. Okay. We plug in the system.
I'm plugged the Amazon.
No, and actually now that it's over here, it doesn't seem to make it go haywire. Power on. Oh, I hit the seal button.
But we hit
Well, no, that's how I vacuum seal. That's the same button. No, I pressed the vacuum and seal bar, but up here we're just gonna hit the seal button. So I'm gonna let you do that once I get it to position. So we're gonna try and, okay, hit that big seal button, see what happens. Sealing the bottom or the top? Do I need to push? Because it's sure not connected to it. Doing what it says.
Are you sure you've got and shoved it far enough?
Yeah, you can see it right in there. That's how far you need to get it in.
See where?
Right here, you see? You can see it.
Right.
That's all.
Okay,
The seal happens.
Okay.
I've done this before. I'm telling you, that's where the seal
Okay,
is.
is
It's
that
good.
where the seal is? Okay.
Yes. It's like, do I need to push the bar? Ah! No, it's trying to back. No, okay, good. I just wasn't pushing the bar hard enough. It freaked me out though because the vacuum light came on.
So does it like go after a second?
Yeah, it'll stop flashing red and then it'll So you did stuff to push the bar. So we hit seal, and that tells it we're just sealing and not vacuuming. And then boom. Oh yeah. Look at that.
Okay.
Hey, look at that. Team Venture.
You're like bigger than me, so you really should be more behind me.
I am bigger than you in many places. So anyways, let's talk about The Little Mermaid. Is that better? You feel better now?
Anywho,
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah, she never lets me kiss her. It's all fake. She's just a beard. I really liked Little Mermaid.
Okay, how well do you remember the
remember
anime? 'Cause we watched that years ago.
Yeah, generally remember the anime. I mean, the big beats and stuff, you know. And I will say, all the other live-action Disney remakes, at best, I've found mediocre. None of them have really ever been great or anything. This one, for me, comes close to greatness. I know some people don't like some of the things I did like about it, but I think a strong part of this, for me, without spoiling, well, before I get into the details, I very much enjoyed it. I didn't drink, and it did still even get an emotional response. By the end, I had a few tears, because it worked. It was beautiful. But Mary, what did you think in general?
I thought they did a good job expanding on certain things. Like Prince Eric actually had some motivations, and like it's just like, oh, I can see why these two would actually, you know, have a relationship outside initial infatuation.
Yeah, like they really fleshed that out and did a good job making the romance romantic, not just not just problematic old school Disney.
And I think they realized there were places just like, okay, we need to tone down the things that, there are things that work in animation that don't work in live action and vice versa. And I think they're starting to get a better handle on, okay, well, we can do this, but you know, maybe we should tone it down over here and do this instead, you know.
Go a little further here, a little less there.
Yeah.
I think they did that really well.
Yeah.
I think the pacing's really good. I don't think it necessarily drags anywhere. Maybe a little bit somewhere, but not a whole lot. For the most part, it moves at a quick pace, and there's exciting things. The visuals are very exciting, especially when they get very surreal with a lot of the underwater stuff. Kind of forgot about the shark thing, so I got that bonus points for me. There's some kaiju fun to be had. Again, we're being a little looser. We're still keeping it vague, but you most likely have seen the animated version. So I thought all that stuff was very, very cool. But honestly, I think a big part of what makes this work is the casting. I think Melissa McCarthy was incredible as Ursula. I know Mike even gave her the thumb of approval, and Ursula's a big deal to him. I think actually Javier Bardem as the King of the Sea was really entertaining in this. And I think Halle Bailey, I want to say, she is fantastic. I knew nothing about her going into this, and she sells the hell out of that role. Not only does she perform it beautifully, she is an incredible singer, and they made me like some of those songs I never really liked. Like the songs, you know, they're classics, sure, maybe you love them, but it wasn't working for me. But now some of those songs I really, really like.
I don't know who, like I had no idea who she was going into this, but I'm wondering if she's like a musical theater kid.
Maybe. Yeah, I could see that because she's got those chops. But and then of course they added some songs, which I love. Scuttlebutt is amazing. As soon as I didn't know Lin-Manuel Miranda was involved in this ahead of time, so as soon as they started Scuttlebutt, I instantly freaked out. I'm like, that is clearly the writing of Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I'm very excited for it. And I love the hell out of that song, and I play it on Spotify a lot, or I want to at least.
Yeah, I think that was partly Lin-Manuel and partly because they had Aquafina in that role because she started out as a rapper, so it's kind of.
And again,
makes sense. Now, what was interesting is apparently they did rework a lot of the songs, like not severely, but there was like sometimes we were like, wait a minute, so how's that supposed to go? that sort of thing. And I was like, we had Mike over for the cookout yesterday, and I was like, and he's seen it, and we're like, so did you miss body language? He's like, God, yes. And if you know. It's part of Ursula's villain song in the original, so if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I don't remember the details though, so none of that bothered me, you know. But
But again, I wasn't like there necessarily for the songs. So, but yeah, and I thought it was good. It was gripping. It was intense when it needed to be. It was beautiful. I wouldn't mind going back and seeing it in 3D. It's definitely the first time any live action Disney movie I'm like would actually be excited to rewatch it, because I haven't really rewatched any of the others, with the exception of say like Cruella, which isn't exactly a remake, you know. So like I think we both really liked Cruella, but we are talking about the actual remakes where they live action, like Lion King was the hell else did they do? We didn't watch Peter Pan and Wendy yet. Dumbo was I think. Wait, did I? Oh, I didn't watch Dumbo. Was Disney Plus.
Was that Disney?
Yeah.
Okay.
God, what? You're not helping me though here. What are the other live action things they've done? Aladdin was for me.
Does Alice in Wonderland count?
Alice in Wonderland, actually, yeah, that one's pretty good though. I do like those, but I don't know. It's almost less of a Disney thing and more, like more about the book and everything for me. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is the first time I'm actually like truly excited, and it gives me hope for like the Moana one, because I wasn't really excited for that, but now I'm like, oh, that could be pretty interesting, especially if they rework some songs in there. Not that they necessarily need them, but little freshness doesn't hurt. And it was a good time. No post, mid credits, any of that shenanigans.
No.
Some kids and people were actually clapping at the end, which is cool. Like, cheering for, hey, we had a really good time. So I enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
Ursula was great. I love the bioluminescent lighting on Ursula.
Yeah.
Oh, the Kiss the Girl segment was probably one of my favorites too, because that translated to live action so incredibly well and romantically.
That was one of the ones where they reworked a lot of things.
Okay, well, it worked really well.
You didn't have the singing flamingos and frogs.
Right, but I like how they started it off, and again, Mary, don't give away too much. I mean, some people might want to find out on their own. You haven't yet. I'm worried you might at this point. But yeah, I thought that was really good. Sebastian Scuttlebutt, really fun pairing. Not a lot about Flounder to say. It's fine.
Flounder's the weirdest one to wrap your head around, really, because well, he goes from being like, because you used to picture him as this big chubby cheeked fish thing from the anime thing.
I see what you're saying.
And then he's an actual flounder, and it's like, oh, there's not a whole lot there.
Yeah, so that may be partially why, not that much. But, yeah, that was good. I don't understand people's one dumb complaint in a movie full of mermaids and things like that. It's like, you're going to say the movie is, you liked everything in the movie, but you don't like the movie because a bird can't hold its breath and talk underwater. Yo, shut up. Suspension of disbelief. For fuck's sake, if that ruined the entire movie for you, maybe movies aren't for you. When did we forget, like, so much media illiteracy, and just we forgot how to enjoy things a lot of people have.
I told Eric, I tricked myself a little bit during the movie.
Oh yeah, with the jellyfish, right?
And the bird thing, because I'm sitting here like, don't think it works that way, but
those birds do that.
Like, oh, mermaids must be immune to jellyfish.
They probably just communicate with them, so the jellyfish know, oh, you're not a threat, you're a friend, we know you. That would be my theory.
Or it'd be like, oh, you're the king of the sea, I'm not fucking with you.
There's that too.
Jack, don't run her head into the pillar.
Yeah, Jack and Itty Bit going at it. Friendly, they're playing. But anyways, I really enjoyed it. If it wasn't such a stacked schedule for movies right now, I would consider going back and catching it in 3D. But man, we got a huge slate of movies coming up, so it's a little bit hard to find the time.
Yes, we should probably get going so we can get.
I know. We got to do one more thing and then watch the original Spider-Verse. So next week we'll talk about Spider-Verse 1 and Spider-Verse 2, Electric Boogaloo, and yeah. All right. Next thing. Oh yeah, brother! What you gonna do when Night of Champions comes rolling through to you?
Be decent.
Yeah, Night of Champions was pretty damn good, other than being early for us. I get it, but
it's like Night of Champions, more like Afternoon of Champions.
Yeah. So spoilers, if you haven't seen it or whatever, and we'll probably talk a little bit about NXT Battleground too. So real quick, WWE Night of Champions 2023.
He's pulling up the lineup.
Just so we can remember each of the matches. So we can...
the first one was Rollins and AJ for the heavyweight championship belt thingy.
And Rollins' outfit was amazing. It was an incredible match. We were kind of not as engaged in the first match because, you know, we were still kind of doing things before we kind of got sucked in and settled down where it was earlier in the day and we were preparing the house for all the stuff. So, oops, let me get to results. Okay, so yeah, so that was really, really good. That was a 20-minute match.
Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, the new World Heavyweight Championship. So that was very, very good. And two incredibly talented performers doing incredibly talented things. I'm trying to push you over so we can center a little bit. Yeah, that's much better. So I did quite, excuse me, enjoy that.
Yeah.
Then we had the Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch. I love me some Becky Lynch, the man. I really don't remember much from it. I think it was
Trish won.
Oh, that's right, with the distraction of Zoe Bell. That doesn't sound quite right, but
That new chick that just came from NXT.
yeah, like she had been hiding under the ring.
She pulled a Dexter.
Yeah, we just kept thinking, was she down there with Dexter? Is that gonna be the new? There's a new storyline. They were under the ring making out. I hope not. I love him and Andy Hartwell. They're too cute. But yeah, so that's a good match. That's going to start some interesting stuff. I wonder if Trish is going to sign up with Zoe. They're going to be a little team, maybe. They're definitely trying to put Zoe over, and you know what? She works as a heel pretty well, so I'm okay with that.
I wonder if that means, what was the Becky was teaming with originally before?
Lita.
Lita. I wonder if Lita will come back and it would be her and Lita versus Trish and...
Could be, but I think they're trying to move Becky out of the tag phase because I don't think that was going over too well for people. That's my theory. Then we had Gunther and Mustafa Ali, and we really thought Mustafa might actually pull it off, and he had a couple of opportunities, but no, good old Gunther came through and whooped some ass. Very short match too for a match, 8.5 minutes, not bad. Sookie versus Bianca Belair. Awesome match with a great ending. I mean, not that I necessarily wanted Bianca to lose, but I mean, the whole way everything went down was really cool. You know, the whole little sneaky trick with the mist in the hand and the eye and all that.
By the way, Bianca sells that shit real good.
She does. She's one of the best sells of taking the poison mist. So appreciated that match quite a bit. We had Rhea Ripley with Dominic Mysterio. She defeated Natalya. Oh yeah, that was like a 1 minute and 10-second match. I think you went downstairs to grab something and it was over before you came back.
Yeah, Dominic distracted Natalya and whoop, down she went.
They're almost. That shtick is. It's not there yet, but it is soon going to be as old as the Bloodline shtick. Although we'll get to that.
Oh, I feel like that's already.
It's getting there. Brock Lesnar defeated Cody Rhodes for technical submission. Man, Cody is just a fucking pincushion to the WWE. He is just a fucking punching bag.
A high-end Corbett.
Baron Corbin, yeah, Happy Corbin. Yeah, I mean, he kind of is. Like, they really brought him in and, like, sold him as, like, oh my God, this huge, epic, legendary return. And all that has happened ever since he's been back is he's just constantly had the shit beaten out of him.
Yeah, but mostly
it's kind of fun. It's kind of comically fun.
But it's mostly because Brock goes like, well, who's a coward? Oh, well, you asshole, because you keep sneak attacking.
Yeah, I know,
out
right?
of fucking nowhere.
Right. But it was an enjoyable match, you know, regardless of the outcome. So obviously that story's not over.
But yeah, apparently Cody just got knocked the fuck.
You got knocked the fuck out. And then of course we had the incredibly satisfying Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman. And man, that was fun. That was an awesome match. It was exciting. It was back and forth. You really kind of weren't sure where it was going to go, even though you kind of expected it to go where it went, but then it went somewhere else after that. Because of course, you know, the Usos show up trying to make it up to their boss and start whooping on everybody. It's like, oh man. But dude, like I about lost my shit when they accidentally super kicked Solo. The two Usos super kicked Solo.
Yeah.
Man, the way that Roman only saw them kick Solo, he didn't see the ducking out of the way, and then Roman's like, "What the fuck?"
Yes, was it Sami ducked?
Yeah, and they're like punching. You know, then Roman's telling like, "Yes, I didn't ask you to come down here. Stay out of this shit." Blah blah. Starts like shoving around like as Jimmy's breaking point, man. And then Jimmy takes
Aaron off the counter.
Aaron. And then, you know, the whole Jimmy just like, nah, this is it. I got enough. Super kick. He's like trying to convince Jay, like, come on, Jay, get in on it. Like, man, that was so freaking satisfying. And of course, Sammy and KO keeping the titles with some incredible camera work for those last shots of like the defeated Roman confused in the ground looking up as they're like over the corner of the ring.
Yeah, the buckles.
The turnbuckles and like holding the belts, looking at them like, ha ha ha, like just such cool cinematography in that, and just so freaking satisfying. So,
yeah,
very, very happy with that.
So yeah, I can't wait to see the fallout from that.
Yeah, which starts tonight. We may get to some, but just
I
real.
don't know. They're SmackDown, so would they really be on Raw?
Oh, I guess you're right. Yeah, but you know what? They have the championship belts for both, so they can travel to either thing. So
Yeah,
so they might, because I think
Alright.
the Usos are on Raw.
Oh no, I thought
Didn't they? No, maybe no. You're right. I think they did. I don't remember. It doesn't matter apparently. It's only going to matter at the show we go to. NXT Battlegrounds 2023. We'll run through this one really, really quick because NXT.
We're not super invested in this.
Yeah, it's hard to get super invested in NXT. I mean, there's some cool stuff.
First round was the three-way between
Wesley, Tyler Bates, and Joe Gacy. There was some incredible
exchanges
work in here. Yeah, some triple things.
It was just like ba-dum.
And they pinned, and they pinned, and they pinned, and they pinned.
Yeah.
And one of my favorites was, I think, what's his name? Tyler Bates was outside the ring near a corner turnbuckle, and I guess Gacy was kind of dazed, sitting on top of it, and Wesley goes and tries to like backflip, jump into him, but Gacy ducks, so he backflips over Gacy on the turnbuckle and lands on Tyler Bates. I was like, wow! There was just some incredible work in there. And I'm glad Wesley maintained, because he's pretty fun.
I mean, that was some excellent choreography.
It really was, and some fantastic acrobatics. Then we had the Noam Dar and Dragon Lee, British rounds rules. I mean, I like Dragon Lee. Noam Dar does nothing for me. The ending was weird. I don't know who those two girls are that he was partying with. They came to just one distracted.
Yeah,
the other.
Noam won by distraction.
Yeah, so I was like, it wasn't that great. Ilya Dragunov versus Dijak, or as Mary likes to call it, the Harder Daddy, because they've basically been doing Harder Daddy segments. That was a pretty good match, what I recall of it, but I think I checked out on that one a little bit.
Yeah, Ilja won. So,
yeah, Dragunov. And then we had the tag team match for the championships with Gallus and the Creed brothers. Honestly,
yeah, we didn't really hit.
Yeah, this was also after our cookout and everything, so we were pretty exhausted and kind of checking out a little bit. The Tiffany Stratton, Lyra Valkyria was pretty good because Tiffany Stratton, even though she is a heel and I don't like her, you know what I mean? Like, I can't root for her. She's fantastic in the ring. Like, she's got some legit chops and skills and sells things really well. And I think she's got a real potential major career ahead of her. And then we had Carmelo Hayes versus Braun Breaker. I'm trying to remember. I know Carmelo won. But I'm trying to remember anything about that match other than Braun Breaker's ridiculously goofy looking wolf mask. That just reminded me of those old like penis nose masks you wear for some reason. I think because it was floppy, so it just looked cheap and cheesy.
Yeah, honestly, I don't remember anything.
Yeah, because like I like both those guys, and they're great in the ring. They've got great charisma, but it wasn't that memorable. Whatever they did. But anyway, so that's our wrestling roundup. Oh yeah, brother. We got like, what, 2 weeks? Less than 2 weeks? Less than 3 weeks. A little over 2 weeks till we're at SmackDown.
Okay.
So we be layeth the smacketh down. Hip, yes, what Eric's cooking? It's probably hot dogs. All right, Mary and I have finally started using our pool table after what? Almost like 3 years? 2.5 to 3 years since we've lived here. We're doing it tonight. By some miracle, I've won the first 2 out of 3. But look at the clusterfuck we've been in. And I will tell you my strategy. I am solids, she is stripes. And it has been this way for a bit in this game. But let's look at this pool table. She has to knock in all the stripes. I have to knock in all the solids. But whoever knocks in the 8 ball before they get all of their color in loses. Look at this fucking clusterfuck.
This is, by the way, Eric's fault.
And this was like right from the beginning that the 8 ball ended up right there and all my shit has gone down here.
Eric broke and the 8 ball ended there.
So literally my strategy is every time it's my turn, I'm just scratching. There's nothing I can do here. But I cannot believe for a second that there is no way that she wins without hitting that 8 ball in. So I just keep scratching. But, and also, we just missed a really good Raw thing, but we're trying to, it's getting a SmackDown. It's getting late. But let's, see, I don't care. I don't care if she gets all these. We're not playing for points. We're playing for who wins the game. And she just cannot win this game without knocking in the 8 ball. Like, maybe even she gets that 12, the purple stripe. But no way does she, or maybe she gets that 13. But she does not get both of those without fucking up. Hopefully I will remember to report back. It's crazy, y'all.
Alright.
Oh, update. Okay. Well, no, wait a minute. No. Okay, Mary just did a shitty shot that kind of worked out in her favor, but still, I maintain there's no way around this 8 ball. But she bounced some shit around that managed to knock in was the 13. I think it was the 13.
Mine.
Right, yeah, her stripe that was sitting right beside that 8 ball.
My biggest problem, actually.
She says that, but look how. I gotta be careful. I don't want to touch it or anything. But look at that fucking. Here, hit that light again. Like, look at this fucking 8 ball. Like, look at how fucking close that thing is. There's like no fucking way. There's no fucking way. She does love to prove me wrong, though. Okay. I've been trying to help her sink her balls, so we're still in this situation. She did move the 4 closer to the 8. She's got 2 stripes left, but there's no way she gets those anywhere. But I figure I should film from here, just in case. And that was game. I didn't catch it, but there went 8 ball. My strategy paid off.
That did not work the way I hoped.
Woo! 3 fall 3. 3 fall 3. 3 fall 3. 3 fall 3. Haha, 3 fall 3. I'm Austin Theory. At this point, I'm expecting her to Dexter Loomis me. So I'm going to stop. Oh! She went for the stunner. Okay. That was fun, though. We have a pool table that we've had for 2.5 years and finally played.
Yes.
Woohoo! But it is fun. We get addicted. So we got to put this away so the kiddies can have their tower back. But they were a good audience. And we missed some good SmackDown. But we'll get there. Hi.
I mean, you do learn to compensate, but it's really irritating. I would have this arm somehow last year, but it wasn't this bad. But all I did for that was, yeah. I've heard people talking about Voltaire and gel, but I haven't. Was this Voltaire as a pill or just a gel? Where do you find it? Okay, because I had when I saw him talking about Voltaire as a gel.
Hi, I'm Eric Butts and my eyes are on fire. Welcome to Jackass. I don't know. Drink time. We're making a drink. I don't know. That's literally just what randomly came into my mind. We are here to make a cocktail. Got no reaction from Mary. Damn. Trejo's Cantina. We're gonna put the lime in the coconut. We're making the lime in the coconut cocktail today. Slightly interestingly, differently technique than usual. Take my finger off. I'm gonna take my ring off my finger. Because first we gotta take my finger off and put it right in the drink as garnish. There we go. I finally got something from the lady. Okay, so
You throw so much stuff at me, you know, after a while it just Teflon,
I
right?
know, right? Exactly. All right, so pan down. Let's show them what we got. We've got 2 lime wedges. We've got a slice of lime ready for garnishing. We got some coconut rum. We got some tequila, and we got some Sprite. And this is partially why I chose this one, because this is leftover from the cookout. And it's like, well, let me do something with some of it. We got a tall boy highball glass. I was watching a whole video on glassware and cocktails and what you use what for and why. Pretty interesting stuff. But this is considered one of the top 3 must-own bar glasses if you're gonna have stuff at home. Anyways, in a Collins glass, also known as. All right, so we are going to combine the lime wedges. Not bad. Lime wedges. We're gonna put half an ounce. I'm not doubling this. I'm gonna use this other wedge for a Cubre Libre later, probably. Get rid of some Coca-Cola we also bought. We're gonna use half an ounce of coconut.
Oh, wait, y'all, look how clean the house is.
Oh, yeah. And it's back in order, too. Like, you didn't really get to see how we transformed the house for the cookout. But Mary and her mom helped clean the fuck out of this place while I did a bunch of cooking. So it was a really cool team effort. They definitely put in more work. All right, so half an ounce, half an ounce. Whoops, oh boy. That's definitely a little over half an ounce.
Is it 3/4 of an ounce?
It's not quite it's somewhere between half an ounce and 3/4 of an ounce. It's probably like 5/8 of an ounce.
So a heavy half ounce.
Well, maybe we'll just pour everything else a little heavier. The only other measured ingredient.
The other bottle.
I don't know. I'm wondering. It's going to be close if that's an ounce and a half.
Okay.
It's going to be real close. I think you're right. I think it probably isn't. But we're about to find out. We do have a fresh bottle of this though. So we want 1.5 ounces of the tequila.
Actually, that's like that bottle is just really heavy on its own.
Yeah. Oh. You know what? Actually, it's just it's about the same amount past 1.5 ounces that my half ounce pour of the rum was. So we're gonna call that just right.
All right, and you killed the bottle.
Perfect killing of the bottle. Softly with his song. Softly with his thong. Softly with his thong. Man, I'm starting to smell that coconut. It's I like coconut, not necessarily in my liquors. All right, so we pour all those in. We're gonna muddle, which, you know, I'm kind of getting the hang of. Then we're gonna top with Sprite and add enough ice to fill up the glass. So, you know how that runs. So we're just gonna get in here and give it a few nice little, because it did say wedges. I guess these are quarters. I just realized I should have just made some lime wedges.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's fine. We'll just make it a little bit more lime. Try to release some of those oils. You don't want to pulverize it. You know what? This is just practice for when... I want to get to that other one. There we go. This is just practice for when I finally make my caprioscas. Because muddling has always been the hold-off. I'm going to say that's good.
Yeah, we need to get you like a dishwasher-safe muddler.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, top off with Sprite. I don't know how much fucking Sprite that means. We're going to fill the glass.
I would actually put ice in and then fill it with Sprite.
I want to do that, but I also want to follow the recipe.
You know, sometimes recipes are just written badly.
There. Are you gonna? I basically doubled the liquid, roughly, right?
I guess.
And now we're gonna fill it up with ice. Hey, you gonna argue with Danny Trejo? I mean, I've already fucked this up with bad pours and lime quarters instead of wedges because for some reason.
Yes, I will argue with Danny Trejo because he put gin in a drink that was like, why? Why would you do that to a perfectly good drink?
You know what? You're right. It was good. It was good with the gin, but you are right that you put in the rum and suddenly it was way better. That's fair. I'm gonna garnish with a nice little slice of lime. And I'm thinking what, yellow or green?
Yellow.
That's what I was thinking. Get that lemon lime Sprite. Oh, this is the last yellow straw out of here. We do, if you don't know, we use reusable straws for our normal drinks, but when I'm trying to make something just pretty, I'll still go to town with one of those.
You have your umbrellas?
Yeah. What color? It's weird because this never even says to mix. I'm hoping the muddling did the mix.
Yeah. Oh, they're there.
Yeah, I got a bunch. Well, I think it's either going to be pink or blue because I don't know about green because of the lime. I mean, yellow could work, but that's going to contrast with the straw.
Let's go with blue.
You know what? Why don't we do it by the
Plus
drink?
yellow gets green.
Why don't we do it by the drink? That way we get a better idea. You're right. It works way better than the pink. I don't know why I even ever doubted you. Take the little thing off. I can't believe you're making me put an umbrella in this for just this 3 seconds of a video.
You said you wanted to make it. You specifically were talking about making it look pretty.
I like that I just said you're making me do this. And there you have the lime and the coconut. You mix it all up, you say, doctor. I should have saved it for my first sip. That should have been my word. It should have been like, let's taste test this, which actually looks pretty cool. That's a pretty cool looking drink. Mm-hmm. You go, doctor. Okay. Oh, I didn't get the other rubber band off.
No, you're supposed to roll the rubber band up
Oh,
and keep the umbrella open. Do you not know how these work?
No, and I think we've had this conversation like 8 times. I feel like you've told me that every time I've used an umbrella. It's definitely not overpowering in the coconut. The coconut is subtle. I'm definitely getting the lime. I'm getting a hint of the Sprite, but I'm not getting that aftertaste you get from Sprite because I think of all the lime juice. I don't really taste the tequila, which is good because this is a mixed drink. You're not looking necessarily for the taste of the alcohol. That is actually pretty tasty.
All right. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna take one more sip and then we'll... It does need some time with the ice. It's not super cold, but that's pretty tasty. Yeah, we'll give you a shot. And you like, oh my God, it would not stay. I tried, but it would not stay.
You like that?
I can't see it if you're not holding it. Anyways. Okay, fine, whatever, fine. You're better than me. You're awesome. But you know what? I love you too. And I create crazier hot dogs than you do, so I'll always have that.
Yes, you will. I will not argue that.
I am the Wiener King.
You are the Wiener King. Drink these learn how to get cold though.
That's what I was saying. I mean, well, again, it never asked me to stir. You're right. There probably should have been a little stirring. I almost wonder if, honestly, muddling all that liquor with the limes in a shaker and giving it a shake with some ice, you're probably better off doing that and then topping with the Sprite. But honestly, I like this enough that I would try that. I would try it again and try that. Because the more I'm thinking about that, I actually really like that. It grows on you for sure. But you're right, it's got to be colder.
Yeah. Why is everything not cold enough tonight?
Yeah, is it us? Maybe we're still just running hot. She must like it too, because it's fine, but that's a lot more than she usually sips on.
It's actually just, what the fuck did I just put my hand in?
Probably cheese.
There's something greasy over here.
Probably, I don't know. I probably jizzed. I probably made something so tasty, I was like, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, shooting his cum wherever he can. Now he's back and has a baby. Don't know what'll happen, but Thursday we'll see. Look out, we're seeing Spider-Man. Okay.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay.
In the chill. Okay, now for real, I'm done. I had to do it. I mean, I hate to see you leave, but I do love to watch you go.
I was gonna say, it's just a it's super subtle. This is one of those drinks that you could slam down 2 or 3 and not feel it till you get to your third one and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
I just drank like 6 ounces of alcohol.
Right, I agree, which is probably why I like it. And probably why I shouldn't have it that often, but hells yeah. Good job, Danny. Again, the Danny books have been fantastic on the food. Every food recipe we try out of 2 of his books, been amazing. But his cocktails have been hit and miss. Some have been really good, some have been nah, and then Mary changes it, makes it better. This is a hit, I would say.
I would say part of that might be because he doesn't drink.
That's always fair too, and let's be real. I'm sure some of these recipes absolutely coming from Danny. I don't think he has personally created every recipe in this book.
Yeah, but he's more likely to have eaten all the recipes in this book.
That's true with the food, yeah. So, but I'm just throwing out. That's usually how celebrity cookbooks work. However, you will not have that problem with my cookbook because everything will absolutely be created by me. Now, it may not all be documented on here.
You want me to take the camera back?
Yeah, sure. Because we didn't really talk about the cookout, and maybe we'll cut into that little bit of cookout footage I have after this. But let's just say, for the few people that were brave and bold and tried some of my things, I got it. What I'm doing works.
Mind you, he didn't let me in.
I told everybody you had to come ask me if you wanted something. I literally told everybody.
Yes, but the person who was actually doing the cooking at the time, you didn't go, hey, hon, you want me to make something for you?
Because you know to ask me. If you want me to make you something, you know I absolutely will. I trust you to ask me. Do you know how we've had, okay, like we told, you know how we told Mike that we're sorry we never really invite him to stuff. It's just because we don't, like we're so wrapped up in shit. Like I was telling him, is like, you need to invite yourself. We'll tell you no if it doesn't work for you to be there, but invite yourself. Like if you need to come over, you want to do something, invite yourself. Because we'll be like, oh shit, yeah, by all means.
No.
You're in that camp. You know that.
I'm just saying.
Oh, you're trying to make me look bad and wait, but it's backfiring because you know I will move fucking Earth, Wind, and Fire for you,
You know
on
I
the stage
get when
with
I'm-
Chicago and make them play 25 or 6-4 for you. That's how much I love you. You know that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I got a fist bump. I feel like she's shooting up here
I
now.
am. I'm sorry.
But I did get a fist bump on that one. She laughed. She laughed, and as her head went down, the camera tilted up.
I'm saying, but you know how I get when I'm busy. Like, you know how, like, I wasn't as bad this year, but last year people said, you need to sit down and eat.
Yeah, it was a lot more chill this year. Literally. It was all indoor affairs. Pretty chill out there. Yeah, but again, at the same time, I was struggling in here with my own thing of like, how do I... Because I was literally telling everybody, I was announcing to the crowd, it's like, okay, listen, we got all the things you need. If you want something we don't have, we probably just didn't have room to set it out, so don't hesitate to ask. And I said, listen, if you want to do something absolutely basic, you go ahead. But if you want to try something crazy and exciting, by all means, please ask me. I've got all the ideas. And I told all these people, I gave them some idea of why I'm doing all of this, more than I can really talk about publicly. And a few people did. Few people didn't. One of my friends, they made their own little creation from some of my creations, and oh my god, they're like, you need to try that, and I did, and I was like, oh. So, anyways, got rave reviews for a barbecue sauce that I actually created, my own recipe. Very excited about that. It's still 95% to where I want it, so I'm not putting it out there yet. And then I made some of the best, those caramelized, you didn't see it. I made some of the best caramelized onions I've ever made. I finally had some today, but that was getting raves from some people. And, I just need more of my chef buddies to come to my cookouts. But next cookout, fresh bread. I'm making all the bread. I'm gonna make profiteroles. I probably shouldn't have told y'all that. I'm so far ahead of what you're seeing in these vlogs now. It's crazy. You know how, okay, long story short, sometimes it was a struggle. We would get behind, but I would make sure I cooked one interesting thing or learned something or something crazy every week for the vlogs. I've literally been going 3 times a week now. So I'm going to continue that mostly, so I'm going to be getting very ahead. What else about the cookout? Anything else we want to throw in there while you're on my beautiful face? We were better with drinks in terms of we didn't overbuy sodas. We finally kind of figured out what people want and what works.
Yeah.
And the concept, you'll see the footage. It was really, my thing was we knew people were bringing some sides. Mary's mom tried an interesting rice and red beans. And the red beans were kind of soupy, but they were good. But the rice, some people were asking about the rice, so because they didn't realize the two things went together at first. Oh. But so that's a sign. Charlie brought back his baked beans. You saw them on Jimmy's crispy creamy beanie weenie dog. And Greg and Kathy brought potato salad.
Baked potato salad.
Couldn't think of the word. Don't say last names or anything, but your friends, I was thinking it was family, but they brought a nice guacamole. Mm-hmm. Mary made her summer salsa, made the feta dip. You know, we had basically the whole thing was, you know what, Mary, just make some dogs and some burgers, and I will make sure we have every fucking topping so I can give 1,000 combinations to people. So my favorite combination from that was, did we do it on, I think we did it on the vlog where we did my Americubano dog take 1, which was like a Cuban sandwich as a hot dog. I did a cheat version of that, so if you want a simple version of that actually tastes really good, I took a bun, I took a piece of Swiss cheese and, you know, folded it in half and broke it so it wouldn't try to break out the bun. Stick that in the bun. Slice of fresh bacon on one side, one of those like long slice, like dill pickle stackers, I think some things call them. I toweled it off so it wasn't super wet. Stick that in there. Dog right between all that, load of yellow mustard. Super fucking easy way to make a really awesome Cuban sandwich inspired hot dog. People were here for what, four-ish hours for some, loads of good conversation.
Yeah. I definitely did not get to talk to everybody.
Me either. I think we both got to interact more than we have. We're getting the hang of it, but we still were both the two being busy. I had everything done before the cookout, except when it started, I made some bacon in the oven while I was making some hot dog chili.
Yeah.
And grating some cheese.
Yeah. I was lucky Mom was able to come over a little early to help out, and not redheaded Kathy, but another Kathy.
Yes, yeah. We don't want to say last names. We're just, you know, because we don't know if they want
to. Y'all know Kathy from like Drunken Movie Night and everything. She unfortunately was not feeling well, wasn't able to come.
Yeah.
But another Kathy was also got here kind of early, and she was helping out too. Because everybody's going like, well, what do you need done? What hello.
Yeah.
I was just like, Mom kept asking me questions. Like, Mom, Eric lives here too.
And then I kept getting the questions, which like, I don't know. That's a Mary question. You need to ask her. It's like, y'all are asking each of us the wrong things. Jack. I can't clap with my camera. Jack. Off the table. We know it's clean. Hey, I see. Hey, get. There you go. Off the table. Some sweets people brought. Well, not these cookies. Mary's mom made them a while ago. They're delicious. Fudge.
Actually, so I
Look at these titty cupcakes. In the dark.
Again, Kathy, and she put something in the bottom.
Right.
Because
I see a hole.
Yeah. Well, I had one yesterday, and I'm not sure what she put in the bottom. And so I might just go ahead and cut one of these in half and see what the heck it is.
Okay, well, this is becoming a very long cocktail segment, but it's fine.
You
We gotta go watch some Raw so you can go to bed.
Well, it's almost time to,
Oh,
get
yeah.
these
No,
snacks
actually, we
too.
really need to get them their food because somebody is going to the B word and can't eat after 15 minutes from now. Luckily, we know they eat very fast, so we're gonna do this quick and wrap this up. Also, look, we put away the ice cream machine for now, and the stand mixer can live back there until I need it. I can slide it out here and make bread real easy, or I can move it over there if I'm grinding meats and making pastas. Shh, that may come in the future.
And the coffee machines cannot conspire amongst themselves again.
Yes, it's now, yes, their marital spat is over. That's a deep cut for Ezio. Jack! Oh, wow, that really works. Stay off the table, homie. Those desserts are not for you. He's been so good. It's because it's snacko time. He knows. Oh, and then Mary had the bright idea. I don't know why we never thought of this. Scooching this stuff in a little bit, turning the oil fryer fucking sideways, and now this can actually stay out here. So, yay, because that thing's getting used frequently.
Yeah.
Okay, cut it.
Okay. Let's see.
Slow.
Okay, my bad.
Oh, it's a horror movie. I mean, like
Let's
1,000
see.
quick cuts. Oh yeah, there's just the tiniest bit of like ganache.
Another. Oh yeah, I think it was a Hershey Kiss.
Oh, interesting.
I think this one fell on its side.
She probably set a Hershey Kiss down in each one and then melted it in. Interesting.
Okay, because I had one yesterday and I bit down. I was like, okay, this is not the same texture as the rest of the cupcake. So, hi.
Hi. I get to hug you and work the camera.
Can you? Yep. Oh yeah, it just can't. Yeah, that's definitely a Hershey Kiss.
Well, you know what?
What?
Here's a Kentucky Kiss. Oh! Your kiss was extra sweet, girl. And creamy. Cocoa-y. Okay, on that note, I'm gonna get back to my delicious fucking drink. Good job, Trejo. Good job. And that should do it for this week's vlog. I usually finish the vlog on Monday, and that way Tuesday, and then upload it that night. And then Tuesday, I've only got to worry about like time coding it and scheduling it. It is Tuesday now because our schedule is really off. Where we have a fancy dinner or dessert on Wednesday. We didn't want to go on Tuesday, so I'm finishing it up now. It's already 8 o'clock. I want to get out of here so I can go watch AGT and all that stuff. So I'm going to say thank you, everybody. Hope you're digging these vlogs. We got some really cool cooking stuff coming. Hell, as a matter of fact, it'll be a while before you see it in use in these vlogs, but today I ordered my big ol' sandwich press / griddle / a bunch of other things like Cuisinart Elite something or other edition, if you know what I'm talking about. So I'm about to have some real fun this weekend. But yeah, so thank you for following on this journey and understanding everything and working with me here. But now I got to get on out of here so that I can do all the other stuff because Mary and I also have to play some Guacamelee. Okay, comment below. What do you think? What you got? You got tips, ideas, thoughts? I know Melissa occasionally throws out some cooking suggestions and stuff, which I very much appreciate, and anything like that. And yeah, all right. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment below. You can also click the thumbs up button. Give me the good old thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. And of course, as always, remember that we will get through this. We will get through this together. About to drink that. And of course, more ways to support the channel with the links and stuff in the description below. Just click that see more button to see more butts. Don't forget to check out my music. It's still out there. It's still really good. Look up Eric Butts anywhere you listen, especially on Spotify. That's where it helps the most. And I said those things out of order. So that's it. I'm going to get out of here. I thank y'all. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later.